Angela Merkel and the Jose Manuel Barroso 2006-2008. The dismantling of the former Yugoslavia continued after the Montenegro gained independence on June 3, 2006, and Kosovo declared independence on February 17, 2008. However, Kosovo independence was disputed by the Russian and many of its allies and was only partially recognized. 2006 only on July 20, Hezbollah crossed the border of the Lebanon and captured two Israeli soldiers, and Israel responded by sending troops across the border and bombing Hezbollah stronghold. And with while Hezbollah fired missiles on town in North Israel and approximately 6 each day. At the end of the war, 12,000 Lebanese civilians, 5,000 Hezbollah's, 544 Israeli civilians, and 121 Israeli soldiers died. A ceasefire was signed on August 14, after which Israeli troops withdraw from Lebanon. 2006, North Korea conducted its first nuclear test on the October 9. This was preceded by a year of the political wrangling with the US over the states of their nuclear program. 2007-2008, Nepal, centuries old monarchy is overthrown and the country becomes a republic. 2007, the Bulgaria and Romania joined the European Union. 2007, the civil war escalating in the Gaza Strip throughout the June, which resulted in the Hamas eventually driving most Fatah loyal forces from the strips. And in reaction, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas dismissed Hamas Prime Minister Ismail Haniyeh and dissolved the Hamas-ruled parliament's sector. Conflict continues. Barack Obama, the first African American president of the United States, and the Russian President Dmitry Medvedev after signing the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. 2007, Pratibha Patel becomes the first woman to be elected president of India. 2007-2008 crisis follows the Kenyan presidential election of 2007, leading to the formation of the coalition government with the Mwai and Kibaki as the president of Raila Odinga as the prime minister. 2007 on 13 December 2017, European Union member states signed the Treaty of Lisbon and entered into the force on 1st December 2009. 2008, Kosovo unilaterally declared independence from the Serbia. Serbia refused to recognize it and considered Kosovo as a part of its territory. 2008, an armed conflict broke out in August 2008 between the Georgia on one side and the Russia for Federation, together with the Ossetia and Abkhazia on the other hand. Russian officially recognized independence of the Abkhazia and the South Ossetia. 2008, some guards of the Communist Party of the Nepal Moist Center attacked senior leader of the Nepali Congress Bal Chandra Paudel during an electoral period in the Kosovo and Nepal. 2008, Barack Obama was elected as the first African American president of the United States. He was sworn into the office in January 2009. He is awarded the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize by the Novarian Nobel Committee, which cited the award the following years with deep gratitude and great admiration. 2009, Filipino politician and the first female president of the Philippines and the Asian Corazon Aquino dies at the age of 76. 2009, a protest began in Iran after a presidential election against Iranian President Mohammad Ahmadinejad. 2010, Julia Gillard became the first female Prime Minister of Australia. Julia Gillard was sworn in as first female Prime Minister of Australia in 2010. 2010, Kamala Prasad Bessar became the first female Prime Minister of the Trinidad and the Tobago. 2010, Bina Gono and Simon Aquino III is the first bachelor president of the Philippines and the second to the child of the previous president. 2010, Polish President Reis Kaczynskis died in the April 2010 crash near the city of the Smolensk and Russia, along with 95 other people on board. 2010, Burmese opposition leader and the 1991 Nobel Peace Prize award Aung San Suu Kyi is released from her house arrest after being incarcerated since 1989, 2010, the Arab Spring revolution wave began in the Bosnia on 17 December, separate throughout the Middle Eastern countries with Protestant demonstration, riots, and civil wars for free elections and human rights. 2011, Andres Bering and Breivik carries out the terrorist attack, the first weekend being a bomb blast which targeted government building in the central Oslo, the second being a massacre at a youth camp on the island of the Youtube. It was the deadliest attack in Norway since the Second World War, with the 77 people killed and 19 injuries. 2011, on May 2, Al Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden, who was responsible for the development of the plans for the 9/11 attacks, is killed in a raid on his campus in Abbottabad, Pakistan, by the U.S. Navy SEAL Team 6. 2011, Britain's largest tabloid newspaper, The News of the World, shuts down after 168 years in the print due to the 2019 phone hacking scandal. 2011, Dilma Rousseff is elected as the first female president of the Brazil. She served as the president until her impe- impeachment and removal from the office on 31st August 2016. 2011, on July 14, South Sudan, after the January 2011 independence referendum, becomes a member of the United States nation. 2011 September, the secondary Occupy movement and international Protestant movement against the social and economic inequalities takes shape. It is partially inspired by the Arab Spring and is one of the first significant global protest movement to occur in the age of the social media. 2011, on October 20, deposed direct dictator Muammar Gaddafi was captured and killed by the National Liberation Army of Libya during the Libyan Civil War. 2011, on December 15, the Iraq War was declared formally over. 2011, Kim Jong-il, and the supreme leader of the North Korea, dies on December 17. His son Kim Jong-un takes power in the country. 2020, Xi Jinping becomes the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and making him the paramount leader of the China after Hu Jintao. 2013-12, the Benghazi, Libya attack was the coordinate against Hutu United States government facilitated by a member of the Islamic militant group Ansar al-Sharia on the September 11.